Hi, my name is Isla. I'm the founder and CEO of the Millennial Nutritionist. We're a one-to-one coaching weight loss company. We have a virtual program that your coach will meet with you at. You can watch modules as you go, get personalized calories and macros, and also learn how to make lifelong changes for weight loss. Today, I'm going to show you a full day of eating for myself. I post these videos a lot on Instagram and they are really popular. And so I thought I would give you a more extended version here, but I just want to preface it with a couple of things. So I'm kind of going to be talking through what a client kind of should be eating or looking for through a whole day of eating that I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to be highlighting the things that I think are important for people to know while they are losing weight. I also want to point out that, first of all, not every day is going to be the same for me or for anyone. So please don't think that this is what I eat every single day. Every day is really different in the types of foods that I eat. I always try to stay around my basic recommendations of getting in lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains when I can, protein to keep me full, staying hydrated, but what goes into those foods, and sometimes snacking or sometimes celebrating different things, eating more on some days and eating less on others, isn't super consistent, as in like we don't need to be eating the same thing every day. And that is the same for you. You don't need to be eating the same thing every day or you're going to get bored and overeat. Second thing is I'm going to show you how I'm really making sure to use a lot of fiber and protein in my meals. Whenever you are losing weight, you want to make sure you're staying full so you don't overeat on high calorie foods later on. And fiber and protein are really the best way to go for this because they're pretty low in calorie compared to fats, but fiber also has so many good properties about it that are going to help your gut microbiome, which helps you to maintain a lower body mass. The more low calorie foods you eat, like fruits and vegetables, the more that you are going to crave because your body changes along with that to help you with those cravings that help you pick low calorie foods for weight loss. And then protein especially is going to help you to increase your muscle mass, which helps you to have a higher metabolism. Keep in mind that I am not currently trying to lose weight. So if I were, I would probably be eating a little bit more, maybe like 20 to 30 grams more, not that much more. But those are two things that are very important when you're trying to lose weight. So you can kind of pay attention to those two tips whenever I am eating something. The third thing that I really want you to keep in mind is that we need to be mindfully eating. So what this means is not eating a whole lot if you can at your desk or while you're working. Really trying to pay attention to all the flavors that you're eating and being aware of how you feel. I find that clients are just so disconnected with how they feel around eating, and this is what causes them to end up overeating or not feeling super satiated or not feeling like they're ever getting enough because they're never actually paying attention to their own bodies. So I always try to take a lunch break in the kitchen, really think about the flavors, especially when I'm eating something that's a little bit higher in calorie. I at least want to be loving every single bite and every single morsel and every single flavor and texture and mouthfeel part of it. So I really sit there and make sure to pay attention to that so I get the full experience and can just go back to work knowing that I have been satisfied with the taste and also satisfied by feeling full in my stomach. But let's go ahead and dive into what I eat in a day. So I just finished up my walk. I walk the dogs. I need to get going on my work day, but I have been eating lately these copycat Starbucks sandwiches, which the recipe is on our email list. I love getting these from Starbucks and they're super easy to just make from home. Turkey bacon, egg whites, and white American cheese and whole grain English muffins. So these are a very healthy choice because you're gonna get a lot of fiber in them from the whole grain English muffins. The protein is coming from pretty much everything inside. However, there's no produce in this meal, and I find it best to start out my day with produce so I don't end up by dinner time only having 2 servings. So I've been trying to do some sort of side. I was doing strawberries last week. This week I have this really good fruit salad that I made for the pool a couple weeks ago, and I've been loving it. Just missing the pomegranate seeds that I think make it taste so good. But this recipe will also be uploaded on the membership site. And so all together, this is a great high fiber, high protein meal that's going to keep me full all day. It might be weird to think that I'm eating 2 of these, but only one of these is like 200 to 250 calories, which for me really isn't enough. I like eating a lot of food at breakfast, and then I like eating also a lot of food at lunch, and then just kind of snacking through dinner time. I find that it helps me kind of like wind down. I don't particularly enjoy cooking a super big meal, and so it just works for me in my lifestyle. But there's no one way that you have to eat. But I will say that most clients who eat at least some protein and produce for breakfast feel a lot better because you're fuller, you're not snacking, and you're also not super hungry through the day. And research suggests that the more protein you eat at breakfast, the less you will have cravings and be like snacky throughout the whole entire day, which is just crazy. So try to add in some protein and produce to your breakfast to kind of see if that helps you. Lunchtime. So today I made, or pretty much this whole week, I made this huge pasta recipe. You might be surprised that a weight loss dietitian is eating pasta, but this whole plate of pasta is around 600 to 700 calories. Now with my specific eating way I eat, I don't eat a lot for dinner. I eat a lot of calories at breakfast and then a lot for lunch, and then I'm just kind of full for the rest of the day, which is totally fine. In this pasta, it's a pretty well balanced meal because we have a lot of vegetables. So there's about 2 cups of vegetables in here with beans, mushrooms. There are 2 handfuls of spinach, but it just cooks down so much it doesn't look like anything. And there's a ton of onions, about a half a cup of yellow onions in here as well. Now there's lots of good things like a creamy kind of Alfredo-y sauce. It's a heavy cream and Parmesan cheese kind of mix. There's no like butter or anything in it though. So not super high calorie. And yeah, you can see it's just a ton of food that's gonna fill me up. I enjoy getting a lot more calories in at my lunchtime because I feel like it helps power me through the day, and I don't personally feel like I need a lot of power by the end of the day. So I'm fine with not eating as much later on in the day, but you can totally work pasta into your meal. The biggest tip I have is just to add lots of produce. So you're also gonna get a lot of fiber. This isn't just straight up noodles in a buttery sauce. It's noodles, but also vegetables that taste good. And then for dinner, I'm having a caprese salad. I haven't had one of these in a while. I forgot that I actually like them so much. So this is a pretty light dinner, but like I said, I eat most of my calories at breakfast and lunch, and it doesn't matter how your meal pattern lines up. If you are trying to lose weight, you do want to be strategic with how your protein adds up and everything, but I'm not really trying to lose weight, so I just need to make sure I'm getting some protein in per meal. If I was trying to lose weight, I'd probably recommend doing a higher protein dinner or supplementing it with maybe like a high protein dessert, like a protein bar or a protein drink, or even like some protein ice cream or something. But why this is still a healthy meal, herbs are actually really high in vitamins and nutrients. It also is a vegetable, a dark leafy green. Basil we have here. Also getting in about a half of a tomato, so still getting in a pretty good serving of vegetables, and then cheese for protein. So although this is a normal meal, there's nothing super healthy or creatively healthy about it. Like there's no substitutions. It's pretty much just a straight up caprese salad. No substitutions had to be made to enhance the healthfulness or anything. When you break down what these components are, you realize that they actually are pretty healthy for you. And so this is an example of something you don't really have to change. You can still love the classics as long as you understand how to work them into a normal eating pattern.